Michael, Alisa, what's up, man?
Happy. We're going to Miami.
You're going to Miami.
I would
like
be
Will
happy
Smith.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to 80-degree weather. Well,
There could be way
Stuck
worse
here.
bowl games, right? Miami, in terms of
There
weather,
could be colder bowl games.
that's the best,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And you knew at the beginning of the year, New Year's Eve or a New Year's Day bowl is a possibility, whatever. But chances are we're going to Miami, and you got that. What did that mean to the team when you secured a bowl bid?
I was proud of everybody. I think everyone was just happy that we were able to bounce back from a 4-game losing streak and come together for 2 games in a row.
A lot of people look at 10 bowls in a row, and on paper you go, hey, that's pretty stinking cool. Your down years have not yielded losing seasons, right? Is there something to that with the team that you're proud of the 10 years in a row?
Yeah, I think so. And this was a tough season because we all had a lot higher expectations than what we yielded. And I think that a bowl game is something to hang your hat on, and that's something that a team can shoot for, and we got it. Now, moving on from getting and accepting a bowl invite, we want to win out. So I mean, there's still more to go for.
Because you're not in a conference, does a bowl invite mean more?
I'd say so, because there's no championship to play for. There's no ring to play for. So what do you play for? You play for postseason play.
you got your bowl. What does it mean to you as a player, personally, individually, to know that you have another game that you can play?
As a senior,
Yeah.
it means it's probably gonna be the last game I play in, and for me, I enjoy every second. I enjoy practice, and I enjoy being with my brothers. So knowing that I have one extra game, it's huge for me. It's just one more shot to play this game that I love.
It's so true, man. Because when you're a senior, your junior year and your other years, you're like, oh, just hurry up, practice. I want it to be over. But when you're a senior, you're like, wait, what? Did you blow the whistle early? Coach, we still got 2 more periods, man.
Run the play one more time.
Yeah. Do you like practice? Are you going to like those practices in December?
I will. I really will. And that just comes from knowing that my time is limited here.
Yeah.
I think in my younger years, to be honest, there are some practices I just wanted to get through it. But now I really enjoy every rep. Whenever they throw me in to practice, I'm going 100%.
Yeah,
I love it.
You start really cherishing those moments. When you guys were going through, kind of the shaky parts of the season, losing 4 in a row, did you ever get nervous at a time that, hey, we may not make it to a bowl game?
No, I always knew that we were going to make it to a bowl game, and just because we're BYU, we go to bowl games, and being a senior, every year we've been able to do that. I was never nervous that we were going to not make a bowl game, but I
You had to go 1-7 to not make a bowl game.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, okay. Then
If you had gone 2-6, you would have made a bowl game.
I didn't know that.
With us and our seniors in 2010, we were like just on top of everybody, the freshmen, the sophomore. We were like, look,
You're 1-4 at one point. You're like, oh, this has a real shot.
Yeah, we were 1-4 in the beginning of the season. We were like, look, we're going to a bowl game. I don't care what we have to do. We're going. Was that kind of the same thing with you guys, to the younger guys? Like, hey, come on, help us get to a bowl game.
Well, for us, it was more just, we got to win next week. And then we lost that game, and then we got to win next week. Come on, guys. So it was just so frustrating because we were just trying to win the next game.
Next game, yeah.
But, I mean, we were in different shoes, though. Having 4 wins under our belt and then having only 1 win under your belt, that was tough. I was on my mission when that happened.
Right.
And I remember hearing about that. And, I remember hearing about you guys fighting back and coming back towards the end of the season, just becoming a strong team and then winning the bowl game that year. That was awesome.
Then it became a positive experience. It's it's different when you're 4-0 and ranked and you have a Heisman candidate, which my next question is this. It seems like the standard has stayed the same for the season. So it's like, instead of like, oh, this is great, it's relief is the adjective associated with the bowl game. It's the post-Texas kind of, that's who we are, and we're going to do our best to do what we can, but that was the goal. Am I off in that?
Well, is it tough? Because I think with our preseason standard, I mean, are we ever going to live up to that this season? I think there's still going to be some of that inside of fans and maybe some of the players that we didn't achieve our goals this year. Yeah. And for the younger classmen, I hope that they can carry that into next year with a little chip on their shoulder and work hard all off season and just blow it out of the water in 2015. For the seniors, though, I mean, you got to just leave it all on the field. That's the only way you can get rid of that, what if,
Yeah.
But you just got to leave it on the field and enjoy the next 3 games.
So is it a reserved celebration? It doesn't, you don't want to get like you're BYU, so you don't want to go crazy over going to a bowl game because the standards are higher than just a bowl game. But it is a notable accomplishment. It's kind of a weird place to be. It feels like.
But I was all smiles. I mean, I think you just have to enjoy the moment. And I mean, yeah, it's been a disappointing season in terms of the 4 losses that we had. But I mean, when you do win, just enjoy it. Don't hold back. Yeah. So I was having fun with my boys after the game.
And you're in the black uniforms too. That helps.
Yeah, we look great. We've circled the stadium and the Cougar Nation. The fans that stayed out there and braved the weather with us. We showed our appreciation to them because that was huge. And I made sure that they knew it, that we appreciated that.
And the bowl is going to be fun. I mean, we learned from Carlos Padilla some of the swag and some of the events. Like, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, you guys might get a GoPro.
No way.
They're working on that. Yeah.
Should I not said that?
Oh,
well,
man.
No, he mentioned that.
Is it on the web yet? Or I don't know, because sometimes you can see the bowl gifts.
No, he said they're still working on it. You guys are going to
have on the show yesterday.
There's a beach party. You guys are going to have a beach party?
Well, we only got like 3 days out there. We get there the 19th, and the game is the 22nd. It
sounds like you guys are going to have a lot of activities to do, which is good. I mean, not only is it a plus that you guys have nice weather, but there's actually going to be things to do because I remember 2009 Vegas Bowl, right? So many things to do. And then 2010 we went to New Mexico Bowl. I was like, wait, what?
I was at both of those.
I think you guys went to the Hot Air Balloon Museum. Is that right?
I was like, can we go to
How was that?
Can we go to Walmart, please? We can always have an adventure at Walmart.
We went to the steak center to do indexing or something. It got crazy.
Yeah.
So Miami Beach is pretty good. That's going to be fun. And Mitch Matthews, ironically enough, he served part of his mission in Orlando and then another part in Miami. Okay. So he will have gone to both those places.
Yeah. I'll stick close to him. He could be my tour guide.
He knows where to go.
Mitch Matthews.
That's exactly
I think Ayo Ching was in that same mission.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Michael Alisa is on BYU Sports Nation. We talked to Christian Stewart yesterday. There was these T-shirts made, like CSTEW, the T, I guess, is a 7 or something. What? Guys in the locker room wearing that? What's the thing?
Yeah, we laugh about it. We love it because we're all so proud of Stu and stepping up. We're so sad to see Taysom go because he was our guy, and Christian stepped up and filled a huge void that we had on the team and has been doing well for us. In the locker room, we kind of give him a hard time about it. Sky Pove's walking around the locker room. Get your Christian Stewart T-shirts right here. Come and get it. Selling it. And I don't know if I can say this, but Bronco Mendenhall was rocking the Stew's T-shirt in team meeting the other day.
Of course he was.
Nice. I need to get one of those, man. I need to get his.
So who wore the first T-shirt? Because Christian can't come in with his own T-shirt.
I think his roommate was the guy that started making them. And I know he's not making a profit on any of them, but
we've requested a couple.
Yes.
I haven't gotten one yet. I need to get me one of those. Yeah. Maybe that can be one of the bowl gifts.
Right. The C-Stew.
Yeah.
The C-Stew shirt.
That would be good swag right there.
That's great. And it's been interesting to see the dynamic of the team changes from Hills to Stewart's in a way. And yet, Taysom Hill, for the first time, was on the sideline against UNLV. What was that like?
It's huge. And I went up to him and gave him a huge hug. And I know it's hard. It stings. Yeah. When you can't play and you just have to watch your boys out on the field battling it out without you. I know that's just the hugest inner battle that goes on. So that was big time on Taysom's part to come out to the game and support his teammates like that.
Yeah, he said earlier that he was going to come back, and we kind of already knew that he was going to come back. But I mean, what do you think that announcement, if it does make any effect on these guys, moving forward to next year?
He already has the guys behind him. Everyone, even as an injured player who's not on the field, he's still a leader on the team. So knowing that he's going to come back, I think that's all the motivation that the team needs to know that, hey, we can have a great team next year too.
Time to step it up. Time to work harder, lift weights. We got Taysom behind us.
Right. We got Taysom at the helm, and that's a wagon you can hit. You can hit your wagon to that man. Is what I want to say. And I think with him at quarterback again, the guy's going to be motivated to work harder.
How much does he need to be involved in spring ball for BYU to have a good 2015? We had this discussion a little bit.
That's a good conversation.
I'd say that he doesn't necessarily need to be the guy in spring ball. And even if he isn't, I think that might even be better because then everyone else has to step it up even more so. And then having him show up in fall camp. Right, and having him show up in fall camp, everyone will have elevated their game. The backup will have gotten experience in spring ball, and they'll be tasting.
I like that approach. With me, I was talking to Jaron about it. I said I think he needs to play as much as he can just to get those reps. And I
was saying why?
Yeah, he was saying why. You know, I with spring ball, you know how it is. It's not as competitive, right? Because a lot of the walk-ons and younger guys, filling in for the seniors that have left. But you have a guy that knows the system. He's been around for forever, so that's not the issue there. My issue is having that chemistry with the receivers and the timing of plays and certain routes and things like that. So I kind of agree with Mike a little bit more now. Is he may not have to be the guy.
Of course, Michael comes in and they're like, "Oh yeah,
I have to agree with the forward player." Maybe he doesn't have to be the guy like the starter, but maybe switch it. Maybe he's third string. So maybe the starter gets 3 reps, the second string gets 2 reps, and the third string gets 1 rep, right? And so maybe that. But I would still like to have him in for that very reason, the chemistry and the timing of the routes and things like that.
And, well, saying that even makes me think, okay, maybe just have him sit in the pocket and not run around. That way he can just work on his passing progressions and work with the receivers. Also get that confidence back.
Maybe just one-on-ones, 7-on-7s.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't put him in a team situation.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Zero contact possibility would be probable.
That would be perfect, actually. 7-on-7, 1-on-ones.
We've talked about the bowl. We've talked about next season. There's a BYU football game this week. And there was one last week, oh, by the way.
Yes.
Tremendous play by you on punt cover at the goal line. Tell us about that play and how you nearly wrecked Alani Fua's life.
I didn't even enjoy the play. I knew it was a big play. I knew what I had just done, but I seriously looked up and I looked at Alani's face. I was like, "Are you okay?" Because I knew I hit his knee.
Yeah.
And he stood up. He's like, "I'm fine." And he kind of shook it off
looked
for a
bad
second.
Yeah, it looked really bad.
I really thought I bled his knee, and I was heartbroken. I was like, "You okay? You okay, bro?" I was so scared. I was trembling. He said, "I'm fine." So we ran off together. But no, that was a fun play, and it's always good to pin the other team deep, and I was happy I was able to do it. Scott came running down and tackled me.
He always does. Whenever he gets a boom button, just straight down.
So I wanted to show him some love, so I jumped and headbutted him. And he, after the game, he's like, "Man, I think you concussed me a little bit." I think he was just joking. I don't think he was really concussed, but
he was serious.
He said his belt got
Punters
gone.
don't take
concussion jokes with football players.
Yeah,
it's like saying bomb at an airport.
Yeah, no,
just
really.
don't even go there.
Yeah, he was joking, but he's like, "Man, I usually don't hit, so I don't really know what that feels like." Is that what it feels like every play? And I was like, "Well, not what you felt, because we get used to it." But
So if you see those little polka dots, those are stars, not
The
really
floaties.
not really concussion yet.
You would know.
You're almost there. Mike, with this being your last game, there wasn't a huge showing with fans last week. I mean, granted, it was freezing. I was freezing.
Yeah.
If you could have 30 seconds to talk to the fans on why it's so important to come out to the stadium this Saturday to support you guys, what would you say?
I play for my players first off, my teammates. But then after that, I play for Cougar Nation.
Yeah.
I have so many fans that I've grown close to personally. I've been to their homes. I've met their children. And, we've really formed a connection over the years. I mean, I've been here since 2008, my freshman year. When my mission came back and kept playing.
We were in school at the same time.
Yeah.
I was still in junior college, actually.
And this is my last time running through that tunnel. I still remember like it was yesterday, my freshman year, running through that tunnel, and the chills that I got hearing the roar of Cougar Nation. And I've loved every second of playing at Lavelle Edwards Stadium, and it would mean so much to me having the fans come out there to support us seniors for our last night there.
If you can't make it, you watch it live on BYUtv. And let's end with this: true or false? You've seen film of Cal?
False.
Oh, I don't believe you.
Did you hear the hesitation? I wish we could MVP replay this.
Yeah,
MVP.
like Bronco in your head, like don't you dare.
You can hear the crackle. False. That's how the slow mo would play.
Yeah, I was like, false.
False.
Michael, we appreciate the time. Enjoy Senior Day.
Yes, sir. Thank you.